Hello, thanks for joining us as a briefing today at 12. I am Isa No. Our top stories. FCT Minister Barrister Wike flags off construction of arterial roads N20 in Abuja. Federal government promotes over 52,000 paramilitary officers in 2 years. Nigerian military troops neutralize terrorists, rescue victims, foil 19 million naira oil across theater operations. You are watching Aso Television News. Watch us live on DSTV channel 392, StarTimes TV channel 127, and Free TV channel 507. Also on the UHF band on channel 38. We now go ahead with the details. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Nyesom Wike, has flagged off the construction of arterial road N20 in Abuja. The project, according to him, is part of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda aimed at improving infrastructure, boosting the economy, and creating jobs in the FCT. Speaking at the ceremony, Barrister Wike said the road will enhance connectivity and attract investors to the nation's capital. He assured that the project is fully funded, stressing that unlike in the past, construction will not be delayed due to lack of funds.
When the contract was awarded by the Federal Executive Council, the contractors were keen. I told them, look, you cannot be more interested than us. I don't want a situation where you go to the site and then you pull out from the site. That would be embarrassing. But now that we are ready, you have to move to site and you remain in the site until the job is completed.
The minister appealed to the contractors to prioritize employing youth from surrounding communities. He noted that the numerous ongoing projects in the FCT are already providing jobs for many residents and urged area council chairman and communities to continue supporting the government's development efforts.
I want to appeal to our youth. I want to appeal to the residents of this area, just like the African Health Service said, please, we require your cooperation. With your cooperation, the company may finish this road before the time they were given. I'm always afraid when jobs are awarded, say 2 years and 3 years. I'm always afraid because I don't like variation.
Barrister Wike also called for cooperation from residents to enable timely completion of the project. He explained that such support could help the contractors finish ahead of schedule, even as he expressed reservations for lengthy project timelines. The minister emphasized that the FCT administration under his watch is not focusing on roads alone, but is also making significant intervention in education and health care. He maintained that the construction of arterial roads N20 would not only ease transportation but also increase property values and promote business across the FCT. The Minister of State for the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Dr. Maria Mahmood, has called on United States partners to deepen collaboration with Nigeria in the areas of smart cities, housing, and ICT. She made the call during the 8th edition of the U.S. Africa Business Week 2025 held on the sidelines of the 80th United Nations General Assembly in New York. Dr. Mahmood described Abuja as a strategic hub for investment and innovation, citing its central location, modern infrastructure, abundant resources, and youthful education population. She pointed to flagship projects such as Centenary City and the World Trade Center as example of Nigeria's ambition to build sustainable and smart cities, stressing that Africa's smart city market is projected to reach $1.5 billion in 2025, with Abuja playing a key role. The minister highlighted the role of women and youth in driving economic growth, noting that over 70% of Abuja's population is under 35 and that women are increasingly taking leadership positions. She urged the international parties to support ICT-driven solutions, smart gardens or smart grids, and the land swap housing model, while leveraging at Nigeria's youthful talent to establish tech hubs, data centers, and software firms. Dr. Mahmoud reaffirmed the FCT administration's commitment to fostering innovation, inclusion, and prosperity in partnership with the United States. She urged international partners to support ICT-driven solutions, smart grids, and land swap housing model, while leveraging Nigeria's youthful talent to establish tech hubs, data centers, and software firms. Mahmoud reaffirmed the FCT administration's commitment to fostering innovation, inclusion, prosperity in partnership with the United States. She expressed confidence that collaboration between American innovation and Nigerian resilience would deliver sustainable urban growth models for Africa's future, while urging participants at the summit to translate dialogue into concrete action. The federal government of Nigeria, through the National Agency for Control of AIDS, NACA, has announced a major breakthrough in HIV prevention following a landmark price reduction of the revolutionary drug lenacapavir. The announcement was made at the Clinton Global Initiative 2025 annual meeting on the sidelines of the 80th United Nations General Assembly in New York. Under the new agreement, the cost of the twice-yearly HIV prevention injection has been slashed from $28,000, which is about 41.9 million naira, to just $40, which is 60,000 per person per year. The development makes the medicine accessible to millions across Nigeria and more than 100 low and middle income. Lenacapavir has been shown to be up to 100% effective in preventing new HIV infections. Delivering Nigeria's statement at the event, the Director General of NACA, Dr. Temitope Ilori, described the move as a turning point in the country's fight against HIV. She added that the agreement ensures innovation is paired with equity, and the breakthrough, she said, does not remain a privilege for the few, but it lays the foundation for broad, long-lasting impact for those who need it most. The price reduction has made possible through a coalition of partners, including United, the Clinton Health Access Initiative, with RHI, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories Limited, and the Gate Foundation. The organizations have committed to accelerate the rollout of generic versions of lenacapavir, expected as early as 2027. Currently, over 2 million Nigerians are living with HIV, while antiretroviral therapy is already provided free of charge at the public health facilities. The introduction of the medicine is expected to open a new frontier in prevention, or in preventing, particularly for Nigerians' populace. The Minister of Interior, Dr. Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, has announced that the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has promoted over 52,000 paramilitary officers in just 2 years. Dr. Tunji-Ojo made this revelation during the decoration ceremony of newly appointed senior officers of the 4 paramilitary agencies under the Ministry of Interior at the Nigerian Immigration Headquarters in Sauka, Abuja. Correspondent Abdullah Mukhtar completes the story.
The minister described the elevation as more than a promotion, but a presidential appointment based on merit, competence, and transparent processes. He noted that the current administration has shown unprecedented support for the paramilitary agencies, surpassing any previous administration in the country's history.
I want to assure you, we will continue to innovate. We will continue to be creative. We will continue to work in line with global best practices. And I challenge you, let's show them that the Nigerian paramilitary agencies have come to be the pace setters. The Nigerian paramilitary service has come to lead the way. And the Nigerian Paramilitary Service is ready to take charge and contribute its quota to the internal security of this nation.
Dr. Tunji Ojo highlighted that over 80% of the decorated Deputy Controller Generals were promoted to Assistant Controller Generals under President Tinubu's administration.
More than 80% of the people today that have just been decorated as DCGs were promoted as ACGs under this government. And therefore, what has this government done to reduce, to eradicate and eliminate what we call career stagnation? And I want to tell you this. There were times in your various services that a service will go for 10, 12 months with vacancies in DCGs without this position being filled. That's the truth. That was what we inherited. But today, to the glory of God, this is the third time that this administration will be decorating DCGs in 2 years.
The Secretary of the Immigration, Correctional, Civil Defense and Fire Services Board, Major General Abdul Malik Jibrin, retired, attributed the officers' elevation to the President's recognition of their hard work. On behalf of the newly decorated DCGs, DCG Dr. Ngozi Odipo expressed gratitude for the President's commitment to national safety and security, stating that his vision inspires them to serve with dedication and integrity.
With those who have been elevated, and it's indeed a recognition of their hard work, recognition by the nation, and recognition by the President, Commander-in-Chief.
As it is said, to whom much is given, much is expected. So the hard work never ends. This is actually the beginning of the hard work, another level of the hard work. And I encourage them to continue putting in their best.
The ceremony was attended by dignitaries, including controller generals of the 4 paramilitary agencies, traditional and religious leaders, and senior officers. The highlight of the event was the decoration of 16 newly promoted controller generals and commandant generals by the Minister of Interior. Abdullahi Mukhtar, Aso Television News.
When Aso Briefing returns, more story on business. Please stay with us after the break.
We were warned about this marriage. Because we did not listen, a young maiden is dead.
Nana, come here. Hi. Why do you speak so freely with a stranger from Ajay?
We were just talking about offering Ujigija a seat on the council.
God be praised. He has 2 wives. So why are you making it look like it is a big deal?
The federal government has inaugurated the National Inter-Agency Working Group on Lead Poisoning Elimination in Nigeria and unveiled a 5-year strategic plan to tackle the health crisis. Speaking at a 2-day workshop in Abuja, the coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Muhammad Ali Pate, represented by the Permanent Secretary, Daju Kasholom, described the initiative as a milestone in protecting public health. He warned that lead poisoning poses grave risks, particularly to children, causing irreversible brain damage, he warned that lead poisoning possesses grave risks, particularly to children, causing irreversible brain damage, while in adults it leads to hypertension, kidney failure, and reproductive issues. Nigeria has witnessed major outbreak of lead poisoning, including the 2010 Zamfara crisis that killed over 400 children, cases in Niger State in 2015, and fresh incident in Zamfara State and Sokoto in 2024. The government has since provided laboratory equipment, supported treatment with chelation therapy, and conducted soil remediation and carried out community sensitization. The newly inaugurated working group will harmonize strategies strengthening surveillance, build health workers' capacity, and recommend sustainable framework to ensure long-term solution. Professor Pate stressed that eliminating lead poisoning requires collaborative effort across multi-sectoral, including the ministers of the Ministry of Environment, Solid Minerals Development, Steel Development, Agriculture, and Water Resources, alongside regulatory agencies, civil society organizations, and partners such as UNICEF, World Health Organization, and the Medicines Sans Frontiers. Director of Epidemiology at the ministry, Mrs. Adegbite Olufunmilola, said the National Lead Elimination Policy and 5-year plan will soon be launched, while Chief Consultant Epidemiologist Dr. Ganiu Jamiu emphasized the urgency of protecting children from lifelong disability and death caused by lead toxicity. The workshop, organized with relevant MDAs, finalized and validated the strategy, setting the stage for coordinated national action against lead poisoning. The Federal Road Safety Corps has entered into a strategic partnership with Dangote Cement Transport to tackle recurring road crashes involving articulated trucks. At a meeting in Abuja, the Corps Marshal Sheikh Mohammed and Dangote's management, led by Mr. Murilo Silva, agreed on key measures including regular driver training under the National Skills Qualification Framework, strict adherence to vehicle maintenance, and installation of safety devices to prevent mechanical failures. The Corps Marshal described the move as a proactive response to public concern, stressing that corporate organizations must support government drive to ensure safer roads. He added that the collaboration will serve as a benchmark for other fleet operators. He said beyond its partnership, FRSC has intensified nationwide driver recertification programs, enforced of traffic laws, and public enlightenment campaigns. Corps Marshal Sheikh Mohammed is urging other transporters to follow Dangote's lead by opening their operations to safety reviews and compliance check. He reiterated that the FRSC's overriding priority remains saving lives and reducing crashes on Nigerian highways. The Armed Forces of Nigeria has recorded significant gains in the past week's operations, eliminating scores of terrorists, arresting criminal collaborators, rescuing kidnapped victims, and preventing oil theft worth over 19 million naira. Director of Defense Media Operation, Major General Marcus Kange, during the weekly media briefing on military theater operations for the week, said troops of Operation Adenkai sustained pressure on Boko Haram and ISWAP fighters in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa State, eliminating several insurgents and rescuing 3 kidnapped victims. He added that 26 terrorist collaborators and informants were arrested with arms, ammunition, and vehicles recovered. In the Northwest Operation Fansang Yamma, troops conducted offensive operations in Kaduna, Zamfara, Katsina, and Sokoto State, killing terrorists and rescuing 14 kidnapped victims. A notorious terrorist, Malam Abubakar Amadu, was also captured in Niger State. Major General Kange noted that in the North Central Theater under Operation Enduring Peace, troops responded to several distress calls in Plateau and Kaduna State, arresting 52 criminals and rescuing 9 kidnapped victims.
A word on Joint Task Force North Central Operation Enduring Peace. During the period under review also, troops of Operation Enduring Peace responded to distress calls about terrorist activities in some sectors. For instance, from 14 to 22nd September, the troops conducted offensive operations and responded to distress calls on terrorist activities in Jos South, Barkin Ladi, Mangu, Basa, Kwampan, Rayong, and Bokos local government areas of the state, as well as Jama, Kaura, Zango Kataf, and Sanga local government areas of Kaduna State. During the firefights, troops killed some of the terrorists in action, arrested 52 criminals, and rescued 9 kidnapped victims. Some weapons, ammunition, motorcycles, and vehicles were also recovered from them. In a related development, troops raided a local weapon manufacturing factory at Haipan district in Barkin Ladi local government area and arrested 1 criminal on 17 September. while weapons and ammunition were recovered from the raided factory.
The Director of Defense Media Operation further revealed that in the South-South troops of Operation Delta Safe thwarted oil theft valued at 19.75 million naira, seizing thousands of liters of stolen crude oil, PMS and DPK, and dismantled 16 illegal refining sites, destroyed 14 crude oil cooking ovens, and apprehended 19 suspected oil thefts. The Director Media Operations further disclosed that the South-South Operation Delta Safe foiled oil theft worth 19.75 million, seizing thousands of liters of stolen crude oil, PMS and DPK. He said troops also destroyed 16 illegal refining sites, 14 crude oil cooking ovens, and arrested 19 oil thieves. The National Biotechnology Research and Development Agency has clarified some of the persistent misconceptions surrounding genetically modified organisms (GMOs) in Nigeria. In the exclusive interview with Dr. Rose Gidadu, Director Agricultural Biotechnology Department, MBDRA, says contrary to widespread belief, GMOs are not inherently harmful to human health or the environment. They are significantly developed to solve real agricultural problems, from pest resistance to low yields, and are subject to rigorous safety assessment before approval. Now the report. As the world marked World Maritime Day 2025 with the theme Our Ocean, Our Obligation, Our Opportunity, Nigerian maritime expert Captain Caleb Danladi Bako has urged collective action to safeguarding oceans and unlock the vast potential of the blue economy. Captain Bako, in a statement, stressed that the ocean remains the lifeline of global trade and a critical resource for food security, environmental balance, and economic transformation. He warned that protecting it requires shared responsibility and urgent commitment from government, industry leaders, academia, civil society, and international partners. He noted that Nigeria, as a maritime nation, bears a unique duty to strengthen policies, infrastructure, and innovation aimed at unlocking the full potential of its maritime industry. According to him, this will require stronger regulatory frameworks, investment in green technology, and adoption of global best practices by private operators. Captain Caleb also underscored the role of research institutions in training the next generation of maritime professionals, as well as the contributions of civil society and local communities in raising awareness and promoting responsible use of maritime resources. On the global stage, he called for deeper international collaboration in areas such as maritime security, capacity building, and technology transfer, insisting that such partnerships are key to Nigeria's competitiveness in the global trade. Captain Bako concluded that the opportunities in shipping, fisheries, offshore energy, and marine tourism are enormous, but to harness, there is need to embrace partnership, responsibility, and innovation to protect the maritime environment, as building a sustainable maritime industry is not optional. World Maritime Day, established by the International Maritime Organization, is celebrated annually to highlight the critical role of shipping in global trade and the need for sustainable maritime development. Bank PLC, Nigeria's pioneer non-interest bank, has disclosed more commitment to building stronger growth while receiving an upgrade from GCR Ratings, which raised the bank's national scale long-term issuer rating from BBBNG to BBBNG, with the outlook revised from positive to stable. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Jaiz Bank, Dr. Aruna Musa, while announcing the development, acknowledged the bank's commitment to building a resilient financial institutions that contribute meaningfully to the Nigeria's economic growth. He added that this milestone reaffirms the bank's focus on deepening financial inclusion, driving innovation, and upholding the principles of ethical Sharia-compliant banking. Dr. Musa further pointed that the upgrade reflects Jaiz Bank's strong financial performance, robust risk management practices, and steady progress in strengthening its balance sheet and profitability. Dr. Musa also expressed gratitude to the bank's board, management staff, customers, regulators, and stakeholders for their unwavering trust and support in achieving this important milestone. And that's the news. Isa Nu, thanks for watching.